Good morning. It's a Thursday morning and welcome to TVC Breakfast. My name is Etoma Edu.
Indeed, we are counting down to the weekend already. Good morning and thank you for joining us. I am Veronica Dan Ikboe.
Good morning, Nigeria. Welcome to our show. I am Ria Abdul.
It's a beautiful Thursday morning. Welcome. This is TVC Breakfast and I am Nelson Eta.
It's I'm Nelson
Eta.
I love the energy. Yeah. And meanwhile, Ria and I are twinning. She must have been that mosquito that I wanted to chase out of her.
Oh boy.
But anyway, like we pointed out, we have an array of issues we'll be looking at this morning. Of course, definitely we'll talk about Benue State and the president's visit. We'll also look at the controversy surrounding development projects in Cross River State and stories that are trending now, of course, and stories on the front pages of the newspaper. But first, let's begin here. The president went straight to the Benue State University Teaching Hospital after arriving at the Tactical Air Command Nigerian Air Force Base, Makurdi, on Wednesday. He later left the hospital for the new banquet hall of the Benue State Government House, where he met with major stakeholders in the state. Meanwhile, President Bola Tinubu also advised the Benue State government to set up a committee of elders to comprise those who governed the state before and the paramount leader of the Tiv and Idoma nation to find a permanent solution to the lingering attacks and allocate land for the establishment of ranches. He gave the advice during a town hall meeting in Makurdi, the Benue State capital. Mayowa Ukwato has details.
The president arrived at the Tactical Air Command base of the Nigerian Air Force in Makurdi at approximately 12:58 p.m. and proceeded directly to the Benue University Teaching Hospital. There he met some of the victims who were receiving treatment for injuries sustained during the attack. The president later holds a meeting with stakeholders at the banquet hall of the government house, where he advised the Benue State government to create a committee of elders to find a permanent solution to the lingering attack.
Let us please find a way to form a committee of elders here. That committee to comprise those who had governed this state before, including Atom Pera, to be the committee to really find a permanent accommodation.
President Tinubu also appealed to the people of the state to support their governor during this trying time and also urged him to develop synergy with neighboring governors.
We can turn this tragedy into economic prosperity. We can do it, and we will do it with you.
Governor Alia of Benue, along with the leader of the Traditional Council in the state, the Tiv, appreciates the visit by the president, believing it will bring a resolve to the state's insecurity.
Let me also reiterate my firm support for the establishment of state police as a sustainable solution to the persistent insecurity in our state and perhaps elsewhere. While I acknowledge the concerns surrounding its implementation, I believe the federal government can address these by setting clear state-specific guidelines.
We appeal to you to end the genocide going on in Benue State and the insecurity in all parts of Nigeria. We know you are capable of doing it, sir.
The preferred recommendations of the president at this stakeholders meeting is expected to bring a lasting solution to the insecurity in Benue State and the North Central region as a whole. Mayowa Ukwato, TVC News, Makurdi.
And the president indeed has shown that he is capable of addressing these issues by making those bold statements he made yesterday, especially saying that a peace committee should be instituted where we see elders being part of it and those who had been in government in the state to also be part of it, and non-Indigenes as well, having a holistic approach to looking at the matter so that they can know how to address it. Because if you do not understand the symptoms of a case or the cause, then you cannot treat it the way it should be treated. So right now, I am hoping that the governor will hit the ground running without any delay. Etoma.
If he doesn't, he will have very angry citizens of Benue State on him. Mr. President has solved like 50% of the problem. He's told him how to go about this thing, you know. And I want to commend the tall team, you know, that came out and without mincing words told everybody that, look, this is not a communal clash, it's not this, it's not that, this is genocide. It is a systematic genocide and it has been politicized. My hope is that from now on we are going to see steady development and a reduction in violence in Benue State and every other state in Nigeria. It's time for us to have peace. It's time for us to go back to our farms and feed our country, because right now Nigeria is having serious problems with food and so on.
Absolutely. Ria, I wonder what your perspective is listening to the president make that speech yesterday, and some of the things he reeled out should be done. What stood out for you, really?
For me, it's the peace talks, because at the end of the day, there's nothing that peace cannot settle. But then again, I worry because even in Kaduna, we've had a peace committee set up, and at the end of the day, we didn't really see where it got to. I just pray that with this one, that the president has gone there, which is a good thing that he went. People have seen like there's a sense of hope. People have seen that he cares, to be there. He saw the victims that, were in the hospital. That at least shows that the president is listening. I just pray that right now the governor will be able to put all what the president has said together so that we don't wake up again and see this happening. And I'm just hoping that after the president has visited, we don't hear that more people have been killed or more villages have been attacked.
Absolutely. One would expect that as the chief security officer of the state, he would ensure that everything that has been said is put in place.
That's right.
And like you rightly mentioned, Riyadh, we had peace committees set up in Kaduna State. There were back and forth regarding that. But I am hoping that this will be different. I hope that's what you're hoping to.
Oh, I couldn't hope less than that, Veronica. If President Bola Tinubu is able to pack this into his legacy in Nigeria as the president who ended insecurity, my God, that would have been a major, major achievement of his administration. I'm telling you. And so for the president to have gone to Benue State, first of all, it looks good on him for interrupting his time, or rather his itinerary, to be there. It looks good. And I like the fact that from the airport, he went straight to see the people who were victims of this crisis. That's a clear statement he made, because at first I was wondering, because of some of the things we've heard also around that he didn't really show a lot of empathy, and so on and forth. There was a lot of pomp and pageantry around his visit. But for the fact that he went straight from the airport to that place speaks huge volume. And so now the governor has his marching orders. He has his itinerary set out for him. The president has actually put the pawns on the table already. Put these persons, and these persons together and achieve the result we want to see. And so I hope that the governor would do immediately as the president has directed. That's one part. The other part is the people who the president has nominated to be a part of this team. Will they also oblige to work together, put their differences, if they have, aside, and come together and say, for the peace of our state, let's join hands together? Of
course, the matter is we need to begin to put things, situate things as they should be. Politics in cases like this has no place from my perspective, because this is the lives of people, their properties. There are those who do not have homes. There are those who have lost families, generations gone. I mean, if you are part of this committee, you should see it as a responsibility and opportunity to serve your people, so that posterity will judge you to have done something, and then life will bless not just you but your generation.
That's
so
right.
I'm expecting that these people will be excited.
Look, the people will not only be excited, they'll be proud that they've been given an opportunity to serve in such a capacity, taking care of something so serious and so big, and there will be success driven. They want to succeed by all means. Look at the names. When Mr. President called Atompera, I said, aha. Yeah, that man is not only an administrator. Right now, he should be called a sage because he's been there for as long as I can remember. You know, and a man like that would not play politics with things like this. You know, it gets to an age, it gets to an age that people get to, and lies, deceits, and the rest becomes not attractive anymore. Atompera, you have nothing to prove. Atompera has gotten to that point, and then the idea of having people that have ruled the state, you know, before coming in. It's a smart suggestion. You know why? Those guys have gone through a whole lot of security briefs and all that. So it is fantastic.
And we know that two heads are definitely better than one. When people come together, you always see that, you know, it's for the better. And when we keep talking about politicizing, I'm like, I just hope that this is not politicized, because I ask, where is our conscience? So because of politics, lives are being lost. And every time I speak about the man that lost 20 of his family members.
You know,
Veronica, in 2 seconds.
For once, I thought I was going to see my president in a jean and a sneaker and a shirt, you know, and not in an agbada.
Well, that has come to be part of his identity as it is. We can only hope that the governor will be able to work hand in glove with these sets of persons to achieve lasting peace in Benue State. We'll take a breather now. When we return, it will be time for the newspaper review. Stay with us.